The reason why you want to do that is because you don't want to go into marriage with the erroneous assumption that things are just going to work out just because you love one another.
Yeah.
I think it's a tale, that we have heard millions of times at this stage, that love is not enough. And it's almost as though people just don't believe it, especially when you're so enamored by the emotions, right, of being in love with this person, right? Strong infatuation, right? Bro. Strong infatuation. And as a result of that, quite literally, because even your decision making is just off. You look at yourself in retrospect and you're like, oh, how did I even stand for that, bro? You understand what I'm saying? And I think premarital counseling is very important to help paint a picture of what it is that you are to expect.
Sure.
We've heard it a lot being spoken as well that a lot of relationships are destroyed because of finances, issues with finances. Obviously, infidelity being another big one, disagreements here and there, the role of in-laws, and so forth. And a lot of times we don't anticipate that could one day be a problem.
Sure.
In your marriage.
Sure.
You are just going in with blind faith, hoping that the wind will blow in your direction, and then it doesn't wind up being that way, and you wind up regretting it afterwards, And unfortunately, when you found yourself in that position where things are so difficult, and you didn't undergo that process of premarital counseling, you can't you can't turn and blame something else. You can't even blame your spouse, bro. You have to blame yourself, because it's like, dog, you didn't really prepare. Again, to the point I was making earlier, that this whole notion of and based on it being, I'm of that age now. So when they bring me a grandchild, stuff like that, you can't be pressurized by that such, bro. Right? A lot of people have done that, and unfortunately, it worked, against their favor. So premarital counseling, bro, is important for that reason, giving you a picture of what to expect, more or less. It's not to say that it's even so much a cure, but if anything, it produces a sense of readiness that anything could happen. And in the case that something happens, are you prepared for that?
Yeah.